So I just applied for the Disney College program. I'm kind of hoping to make this channel a bit about that. My stomach is disgusting because I applied today. It's the opening day of applications. It's January 23rd, 2023 for the fall 2024 program. No, fall 2023 program. They opened today and I applied. Not expecting to hear back, but was really hoping because I've heard that sometimes if you apply early, you can get your WPI back really quickly. I've watched 100 videos on how to do it. Like, make sure you do it right, stay consistent, don't click neutral, all those. So I didn't do that, and I got the next step of that WPI today. So it's still the same day I applied, and I got that within like an hour. And then about hour after, no, not even an hour, like 15 minutes after I completed the WBI, I got a phone interview schedule. So I need to schedule my phone interview. So I scheduled it for the soonest possible time and the soonest possible date that they have, and I'm so excited. But I wanted to document this journey because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how this is going to work, but I would like to start kind of like documenting this process. So we'll see. My interview, I'm going to record it, and my interview is on Wednesday, February 1st. So, wish me luck, and this is probably going to skip to that day, so. It is 12:07 p.m. My interview is in less than 10 minutes. I am freaking out, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Like, my brain is just like, I can't focus, so I've been like reading and preparing and stuff. I have no idea what they're gonna ask me. I'm like, bro, like, I'm so scared. But so I've gotten to the interview process. I'm here. I'm going to record the interview today so that if I do get accepted, I can post it and, obviously without identifying information. And then everyone else can use that to help with their applications, because I know for me it was very beneficial to watch other people's interviews and just to like calm my nerves about what it was like gonna be like. Because most people on like the Reddit that I'm on say that it's only like 7 to 8 minutes long, so it's like not long at all. I don't know what to do. Like I'm reading, like I'm trying to prepare, but at the same time it's like it's gonna ring and I'm like it's gonna stop. But anyway, I'm going to film. I'm gonna start filming when the interview's happening, and we'll go from there.
Hi.
Hi.
Is this Kiara?
Yes.
Hi, this is calling from the Disney College program. How are you?
I am good. Perfect.
Awesome. Well, just before we get started, I want to make sure that now's still a good time to chat and that you are currently in a safe space and not driving.
I am. I'm in a safe place.
Great. Perfect. So, just to get started, full disclosure, this probably is not going to last us the whole time we are allotted. Mainly, we'll just talk about a little bit about you, your background, your interest. I will go over the program. We'll talk a little bit about any questions that you might have, and then towards the end, what might come next in our process.
Perfect.
So to just get started, I see that did you just graduate, or are you going to graduate?
I'm going to graduate the end of this spring. Or actually the end of summer, because I'm doing some study abroad programs in the summer, but those aren't on my transcript yet.
Very cool, very cool. Well, congrats. That'll be super exciting.
Thank you.
And you're studying developmental family science?
Yes.
With concentration in child development?
Yes.
Awesome. So tell me, what is it that you are hoping to get out of the program with us that will help you, in your career aspirations and goals?
In a professional standpoint, I would be learning from such an amazing company and using hopefully the skills that I learn on the job in my future work. It's not only great like on a resume, but that's not really important. In all reality, it's about loving like the work that you do, and I love Disney, and also growing deeper in your professional skill set, which I know Disney is known for. And my dream is to be a developmental therapist, where I would work with kids on their communication and their behaviors. And I think the company could help me understand children's behavior more clearly while equipping me with other skills I also need from a business standpoint, because there's no better place to learn about kids than Disney World.
Absolutely. And, just kind of touching on this, you just spoke to it, but the big question, why did you apply to the Disney college program? Why us specifically?
Yes. I know that the Disney College Program will provide me with a lot of experiences I won't find anywhere else. I can learn how to be a better employee. I can build and grow in my skills, develop teamwork, also while in the most magical place on earth. I have such a strong love for the company. I always have since I was a kid. And I would love to share my time and put forth my best for the Disney College Program because I love working and interacting with children. So seeing that magic and experience come to life in these kids would be an absolute dream come true.
Awesome. And, as you took a chance, as you had the opportunity to look through our board, the roles and the jobs that are showing up, were there, I should say, any particular roles or areas that you found of interest?
Yes. So I looked into all of the roles. My favorites that I feel like I would be a really good fit in are children's activities and recreation. I love kids. I've kind of focused my whole career on kids, and I just feel like that would be a good fit. But any really area, even like attractions possibly, or character attendant, or I'm pretty open. But children's activities or any recreational role was really something that drew my eye.
Absolutely, and I would say based off what you're saying, an area that I think would be really, it tends to have a lot of engagement with kids is actually our character attendant, as you mentioned. Typically those are the folks that are more often than not on the line to meet with our characters, and so they do get a lot of engagement with some of our smallest guests in that role. So that's definitely something to look into, and just want to make sure, from an understanding perspective, any and all roles that we do or offers, I should say, that we do extend for our Disney College Program are for our program as a whole. So, we just like to make sure that candidates understand that, you could potentially be placed anywhere within our program. We try our very best to align people's backgrounds and interests with, the roles that they've expressed they would like to go into. It doesn't always work out that way, but the whole, it's about the whole experience. And there's definitely something to get out of each and every area of the business.
Mm-hmm.
With that said, there are just a couple of logistical pieces and roles that I want to make sure that I'm touching on for you. The first is that some of our roles do require a driver's license, not all, and it's not mandatory for the program itself. Do you have a valid U.S. driver's license?
I do.
Okay, awesome. And then the second, just want to touch on 3 high volume roles that, you mentioned one, but just I think it's really, good to just be aware of, as well as 2 kind of more niche roles that we also like to touch on. The first 3 high volume roles that we always like to mention to candidates are the QSR, the food service and beverage team. Those are folks that you can either be at one of those kiosks or booths throughout the park. You could be at a small restaurant, small QSR restaurant, or one of our larger restaurants throughout the parks, or at a restaurant on a resort, at one of our resorts, excuse me. Mm-hmm. Same for merchandise, which is another high volume role that someone could be throughout the parks at those little booths. They could be at a gift shop that is tied to a specific attraction. They could be at one of the bigger gift shops or smaller gift shops throughout our parks, or at a gift shop at one of our resorts. And then the last is attractions, which you mentioned. That really runs the gambit from people who are working the parking lot, driving the trams, getting our guests to and from the parking lot. That could be folks that are manning the lines on the attractions, who are operating the attractions, who are seating guests at the attractions, who are, kind of going through the spiel. They're on the attractions. Lots of areas of that. And then one of the 2 niche kind of areas we always like to make sure we touch on is, first and foremost, our lifeguarding opportunity, just because we want to make sure, either way, this is not a pressure. Like, if you're not interested in, that's totally fine. We actually, part of why we bring it up is to suss out so that we can make sure that people who very much do not want to be considered for that area are not. Obviously, very important for safety reasons that those who are placed in the lifeguarding area feel confident and are very much interested in it.
Yes.
Is that something that is
I would not be interested in the lifeguard role. I just don't think, like you said, it's just not a great fit.
That's totally perfectly fine. And then the last one that I always like to touch on, which is an area that I think happens to just kind of not be people's first thought, but especially thinking about having high touch, like lots of experience engaging with our guests, is our custodial team. Obviously, yes, there is a component that is cleaning, but we always like to mention it because it's one of those roles that, if you're thinking about your experiences in the park, when you might need direction or you might need help or just, who you see, like smiling faces throughout the park welcoming you. Typically, those are going to be our custodial cast members, the folks that are walking around, the folks that are there, easily accessible to our guests. So we always like to mention that role to folks because I think it's not usually the top of mind for people, but really an interesting way to navigate through kind of that guest services kind of path for folks. So, aside from all of that I just went over, were there any other roles that you had any questions about or things that you wanted to, or questions at all for me?
I don't believe so. I looked into a pretty high amount of them. I was potentially interested in character performer, but I've kind of since realized character attendant would be probably a better fit, but children's activities really is the one that I was just really in love with. And I just know that the children's activities also work at the resorts, which I'm totally down to work for the resorts. Like, it doesn't have to be a park, where I know some people kind of request a park. That's not necessarily a requirement, if that makes sense.
Awesome. No, that's perfect. Great. So if you have no other questions for me, I'm going to go over what happens from here.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, great. So we will send all communications about any updates or decisions to your dashboard on the Disney Career Portal.
Okay.
You're going to get emails from that portal as well, but sometimes they get filtered through to spam or junk, so we always just recommend that candidates, just frequently check in on the portal. There will be no updates until you get the final notification.
Okay.
So if you don't get any updates or changes, please do not panic. Do not freak. No news is not bad news.
Okay.
It just, we make our hiring decisions continuously throughout our recruiting season. So that runs until the end of April. So you could hear back from us by the end of April.
Okay.
Well, you will hear back regardless, no later than the end of April, but you could get that offer all the way up until the end of April. If you have any questions between now and then, after offer, whatever, you can always find answers at our support page for the Disney programs. Do you have that website?
I believe I do.
Yeah, it's just support.disneyprograms.com.
Yes.
You should be able to navigate to that through the Disney College Program website as well.
Okay.
Once you get an offer, if you get an offer, and what's going to come with that is instructions on how to accept the offer, how you do that in the system. You'll also at that point pay a portion of the program fee, as well as select your arrival and departure dates and register into our system. You have 7 days to do that after you receive the offer, which is, so we recommend candidates just have everything they might need ready. Then, again, if you accept the offer, about a week out from your arrival date, you're going to get an itinerary that's going to have check-in time, arrival date, our address for where you need to get to, your schedule for your first week, and then most exciting, the role that you're assigned into. So you won't get the offer. It's going to be a general Disney College Program offer, and then about a week out from your start date is when you'll find out exactly where you're placed.
Okay.
You'll also be able to look at things like the lodging accommodations through the Disney College Program website, which is Flamingo Crossing, which is essentially a resort for our college program participants. Very cool. Highly recommend take a look at it. But I know I just went over so much info. Do you have any questions for me?
I don't believe so. You answered them actually pretty well. But I just kind of have a question for you. What if you did the Disney College program? What role would you pick, or would you want to get? Like your most?
Oh my gosh, honestly, like, they are all so exciting. So, like, part of me is like, I would love to work at Animal Kingdom and, like, do the tours. I love animals, but then I'm like, I don't know if I'd want a snowy animal all day.
Yeah.
But, like, I love the idea of, like, I mean, truly everything. Like, I like the idea of the pass photographer is really cool. You know, you can capture that magic for families. I like the idea of the character attendance. I think it's really fun. I don't know that I'm as quick on my feet. Like, a lot of that is, like, improving. On the fly to kind of make some things like, oh, you don't really want to tell a line of 4-year-olds that Mickey has to use the potty, so you're gonna, like, make up a fun story for why Mickey needs a break. And, you know, I don't know that my improv skills are that great, so didn't do that, but I think it would be really fun.
Yeah.
I would really love, I mean, I think just any opportunity sounds really cool to experience. I think it's one of those things where there's just, like, so much you get to do that I think there's something really exciting about every part, for sure.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Awesome. So if you have no other questions for me, that's all I have for you today. So I want to thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate you going over your interests and just your overall, like, desire to be a part of our team. And I hope you have a magical rest of your day.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
That was so short and, like, not at all like scary as I thought it was gonna be. Like, she was so nice. So that was my interview. It was a lot different than I was expecting because I guess I've watched so many, and I know it was from before COVID, or before they stopped doing the phone interviews, so they must have changed them, but they're like, it was a lot simpler than I thought. Like, normally they ask situational questions, and they didn't. So I was like, I had a bunch written down, like, what I would say. I feel like I answered pretty well. I did have, like, prepared answers that I tried to pull off of from a document that I used, but I really didn't need much from it. It was nice to have it, like, in my head. It was good. Like, I'm very, very happy with the way it went, and I think she was very nice, and I think I got very, like, a chill one, which is good. It's just a waiting game now. They told me that probably, I've seen on the website, probably within March or April, they may do the first wave starting at the end of February, but the odds of me getting into that wave is 0 to none. So, I'm gonna keep updating. This is just gonna be, like, a long video of, like, the entire process of what it takes to get into the Disney College program from an average graduate. I look like a mess. I haven't done anything today. I haven't done my hair. I haven't done anything. I just got accepted. I keep putting it that way. I need to keep it this way. I knew offer ways were going out today because a girl that I'm talking to potentially be my roommate got her acceptance today, and I got so sad because I didn't get an acceptance. And I was like, it's okay. Today is not the day. It's fine. Like, the next wave. And I just was looking at Recruiter Christy on Twitter to see if the waves have ended because I was so sad. And I got an email literally as I was on her Twitter feed. I was like, oh my gosh. Anyway, I look like a freaking mess right now. Oh, I can't believe it. I got it.
Hey, gorgeous.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, baby.
Guess what?
What's up?
I got in.
So Disney?
Yeah.
Yay!
I got in. I'm going to Disney.
Hello?
Hi, Grandma.
Hi, honey. What's up?
I applied for the Disney College program, and I got in. I'm going to go to Florida for 6 months.
Where are you going to where?
To Florida, to Disney World.
Today?
Not today, in a couple months after I finish college and everything.
Oh.
I'm going to be working there.
You're going to live out there for 6 months?
Yeah, I'm going to live on Disney World property.
No.
I know, but I'll hopefully be able to see y'all before I leave.
Yeah, that's nice. When is it? After we go on vacation?
Yeah, like the week after we get home from vacation.
All right. Good. Oh, I'm so happy.
I look awful. I haven't done anything. I haven't done makeup or hair or anything. I look awful. I have to go in and
I'm so happy.
I have to go in and accept, so. Hi, Poppy.
How you doing, girl?
I'm good. I guess I wanted to tell you guys something.
Okay.
I got accepted to the Disney College program.
I knew it.
So guess who's going to be in your neck of the woods for 5 months?
Woo! And when does that start?
That starts, I'll be moving in August 14th.
Oh, really? Wonderful.
So there we have it. That is my acceptance video to the Disney College program and my full application process from beginning to the end. By the way, I forgot to say the date. Today is February 9th, 2023. So I definitely heard way faster than what people tell you or what the recruiters tell you. Recruiters will tell you March or April, probably not to get your hopes up, but just be prepared that acceptances start as early as beginning of February, at least for the fall term. I'm not sure about the spring or the summer term. Definitely keep an eye on your dashboard. Always watch your email. Do not think that you are completely out if you have not heard back, even if there is a wave started and you haven't heard back yet. I woke up this morning devastated because I didn't think I got in this wave because I hadn't gotten an acceptance email yet. They just go in order of which you apply, which is why I recommend you apply as soon as possible. Like, first day, they open applications, get that thing in there, schedule your phone interview, or do your WBI, schedule your phone interview, boom, 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 now I'm accepted. So, like, it's just a lot easier, and that way you've solidified your spot before all the spots are gone, if that makes sense. I know some people can't because they may not know for sure yet if they're going to apply, blah, blah, but definitely if you are 100% committed, do it as soon as possible. I'm very excited, and I cannot believe it. My move-in date is August 14th. I am definitely not doing the random roommate process. I'm going to try and request for roommates. I've already, been talking to a couple of people, and I'm very excited for the potential of, we're kind of click, and we have the same, housing habits. I just didn't want to risk, rooming with a random roommate, if that makes sense, because I've heard horror stories from both the Disney College program and also my college, regular college. So I just don't think that's a smart idea. I'm leaving February 22nd of 2024, so my departure date is then. So it's pretty long. It's going to be, I think, 5 months or so. I don't know, maybe more than that, because you could also have option for extension. So there's always, room for adding time and extending your stay at Disney, as far as I am aware. But yes, definitely keep an eye out. I'm going to try to keep this video under 25 minutes because I know it's been a huge watch. I really hope this helps. I hope that having the whole process in one video helps because sometimes people have them in separate videos and it's a lot. So this is from start to finish what it looks like. I hope to also post other videos about the Disney College program. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm very happy to answer them. You won't get your role until about a week before you move in, and you won't be able to request rooming stuff or find your room or whatever until about 2 to 3 weeks before move-in. So it's definitely only for the faint of heart because you are going to be placed at will wherever they want, so you don't technically get a choice in where you're placed. So I'm just hoping and praying it's something to do with kids, but we'll see. So thank you all for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.